Buff Nation, what is going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Wonderful Monday. Hey, and you're getting my instant reaction right now to Omarion Cooper entering the transfer portal. Uh, Let me fix my mic here real quick. Now we should be good to go. Hopefully, you guys can hear me a little bit better. And yeah. And Omarion, thankful to have you here as a buff. Thank you for this past year, and good luck wherever you're going. I had wondered a little bit if Omarion was going to jump in the portal because of that position change. Of course, he said earlier on, or I think Robert Livingston was speaking kind of on behalf of him, saying that Omarion was gracious enough to accept a reduced role, kind of playing a little bit more of that nickel safety type role rather than being one of our boundary corners. And, you kind of wondered in the back of your head, maybe he wanted to get a little bit more of a role with kind of being relegated to that here at CU. And it looks like he is. I do think that he's a starting cornerback in college football somewhere. So I think that he should. I think he should totally go and do that. He was a starter for us last year, and with how we've seen Preston Hodge and DJ McKinney come along, I think that this was definitely something that had a possibility of helping. So, yeah, Peter, you got to come up with a new slant, man. Everybody's always dropping like flies at all these programs, man. You got to come up with a new slant. But nonetheless, good to see our fans in here. Peter will never admit it, but he's a huge CU fan. Zion saying fake fans are already bashing him for leaving. Really? People are bashing him for leaving? Man, we can't, guys. We got to look at this from just a human perspective, man. I mean, Omarion Cooper's a talented player. He should be getting starting reps somewhere. That's why I had wondered for a while if Trevor Woods might have entered the portal at some point. I think it's very clear that he's going to have a nice role on this defense for his senior year, but it wasn't because I didn't want Trevor Woods on the team. It's just because, hey, if he was going to move back to safety, I just didn't see him getting the playing time. And he would be better off to go play. You only have a finite amount of years to play football, y'all. Go make sure you can play. Have fun. The more tape, the more snaps you get out there, whether that's at the G5 or the Power 4 level, the more your odds improve of making the league or getting a shot at the CFL. And now I guess we have the UFL. Hopefully that sticks around for a while. I'm sick of these spring leagues popping up and then dissolving after a year or two. So hopefully the UFL can stick around for a bit so we can have kind of three professional leagues. But, man, super thankful to Omarion Cooper. And if I'm going to be honest, man, he was definitely the best FSU transfer that we had last year, in my opinion. Let me go ahead and just break down just his season really quickly. Again, with our lack of front seven presence this past year, the stats aren't going to be great, but didn't he have an interception for us? I thought he did. No, he didn't, but he had 4 pass breakups. Okay. And let's see, 37 tackles on the year. Okay, guys, that's really solid for a cornerback. He's got good size, 6 feet, 190 pounds. We'll see what schools end up offering him, but this is a solid corner that I think a lot of programs could benefit from bringing in. Again, a secondary position isn't really anything that I'm going to ever worry about as long as Coach Prime's here for our ability to recruit. And I'm wishing Omarion the best, man. I want to see him have a really good year, no doubt. And now it's up to the rest of the guys that we got. We can talk about it let me pull up the scholarship chart so I don't forget any names. All right. Don't want to forget any names. Oh, whoops. Wrong tab. Thank you to Buff Zone for putting this together. But yeah, it's going to be up to guys like Preston Hodge, DJ McKinney to really help fill that role. We have Carter Stoutmeyer. He's transitioning over to safety, and we'll probably see him play some of that nickel and safety role, similar to what Omarion Cooper was being pegged to play this year as well. Another guy that I I have to admit, I usually forget about because we didn't really see him on the field last year because of him recovering from that injury. Travis Jay, I've seen him on a lot of the well off footage, seems to be running around quite a bit. And so maybe this opens up an opportunity for another former Florida State Seminole to have an impact role on this defense, along with Herman Smith. I got to be honest, guys, he's somebody that I just haven't had very high expectation for at all, mainly because he wasn't a starter at Idaho State last year. But it seems like he's getting a little bit more run this with where he's playing on the defense compared to where he was at with Idaho State. And he was somebody before that that was at Jackson State and seemed to just be a pretty good fit for that defense. So maybe he can surprise me. Not some of y'all. Some of y'all have been very high on him. I think Rosecrans is one of our community members that always comes to mind on somebody that's a big Herman Smith fan. And you have to imagine that this is a sign that he's going to be getting some more playing time, right? So we'll just have to see. And then, of course, in the cornerback room, again, I feel like things are looking pretty strong here in the cornerback room. I think our top three cornerbacks, Travis Hunter, Preston Hodge, DJ McKinney. But then we got redshirt freshman Colton Hood coming in here. That's fantastic. Isaiah Harge. Might he earn a scholarship since we still got, 10 to give out? We'll just have to see. And then, of course, Ebenezer Boozy, Ben Boozy, love that name, and Malachi Murphy. These are freshmen coming in that I'm going to expect to redshirt, and I'm not really expecting much from them this year. This should be seen as a development year for them. But maybe they can surprise. Ben Boozy was a guy that probably would have been a little bit more highly recruited, had he not dealt with that, bogus misdemeanor charge or something like that. Anyways, it ended up getting dropped, but it seems like that kind of stunted his recruitment a little bit for some bogus reason. But really happy to have both of these gentlemen here, Ben Boozy, Malachi Murphy, and wanting to take a look at as well, okay, who might be some guys that we target if we're going to go after another secondary member. We got 10 scholarship charts or spots to fill, and just looking at what's available here on 24/7. I don't think Cormani McClain's coming back. It's safe to say that that's not happening. Wish him the best, but hey, maybe Takario Davis. This was somebody whose name was brought up when he first entered the portal back in January. Haven't really heard from him, though. I think last time I spoke about him on this channel, I think somebody said that they've still seen him practicing with the Arizona Wildcats, even though he's in the transfer portal. I'm not sure how that works. Very strange for such a talented DB to, especially at his size, 6'4", a cornerback, guys, that's 6'4", 195 pounds, for him to not be committed anywhere. What is up with that? That doesn't seem right. Okay. Another guy that we've been connected to a little bit, I think we've offered him, if I remember correctly, Jacoby Matthews, safety out of Texas A&M. We can go back and take a look at his grades this past year as well. He's got a couple years of eligibility. Great size, 6'2", 215 pounds. Okay. This past year, 40 tackles on the year. That's great. Receptions, good in coverage. Guys, 80.8 grade in coverage. That's something that you cannot turn an eye to, okay? Completion percentage against him, 47.6. That's really, really good. Seems like he needs to, develop a little bit or round out his tackling and run defense a little bit more. But in terms of coverage, college football, it's a throwing game. Seems to be very solid there, and only one penalty on the year. Look at this. With him in coverage, NFL passer rating of quarterbacks going against him, 38.2. Shut down. This is a really good cover safety. So I don't think he's, like 24/7 has on here, not committed anywhere yet. I believe we have offered him, but don't take that as 100% fact. But I know we've had some interest in him. And what's really cool is that he has played all over the place. Look, played 9 snaps at boundary corner. but mainly playing in the slot and playing that traditional safety role. So can play a little bit in the box as well. Again, he's a bigger safety, 6'2", 215 pounds. That would be bigger than possibly some of our starting linebackers. Well, we'll just have to see. So I would love for us to target Jacoby Matthews. I think we have our starting safeties probably right now with Shiloh and Cameron Silman Craig. I would imagine to be the starting two back there. But guys, I'm never partial to turning down talent that raises the floor of talent on this team. And Jacoby Matthews, hey, could he be a guy that comes in here and starts and maybe kind of pushes Cameron Silman Craig back more to that nickel hybrid linebacker position, that star position? Well, yeah, we'll have to see. But hey, I ain't ever gonna complain if we get somebody like this. I think that would be really cool. Let's see who else. Terrence Brooks is in the transfer portal. Let me take a look at him. 1 second. Another 6-foot corner. Guys, I like my corners tall. 200 pounds. Okay. Let's see. Passer rating. Let's see where this is at. NFL passer rating against him 58.7. That's really nice. 3 penalties. Have to clean that up. But reception percentage under 50%. That's awesome. 44.4. And had 23 tackles on the year. And starter for Texas, Terrence Brooks, maybe really flawed, can tell me, but I assume starting when you have almost 600 snaps. That's really nice. But you can see he mainly played boundary corner. And you can never have too many corners. And it seemed like he took a nice little jump from his freshman year to his sophomore year. So plenty of eligibility left. Maybe we go after Terrence Brooks. I think that would be really cool. And let me take a look at maybe one more name. Again, guys, this is my instant reaction. So I didn't come with any names before this. But, oh, by the way, it would be cool to, I don't know, man. It'd be cool to have Elijah Badger here. I'm surprised he hasn't been picked up yet. He's a very good wide receiver. Let's see what else we got. CJ West, he was a guy that I was expecting to come here to the Buffs, and hopefully he still does. I think we've offered him really good stats at Kent State, and I think he's like 330 pounds. Sorry, I'm getting a little off track here. Okay, 315, 6'2", 315, plenty of size. I would love to bring CJ West in here, help bolster up that D-line. And I guess I should get to this as well. Derrick Harmon, who has visited from Michigan State this past weekend, would be an immediate instant impact starting interior defensive lineman on this team. He canceled his visit to Miami. So I forget the other school that he's visited, but it seems like it's down to Colorado and one other school. So this would be fantastic. This would be absolutely fantastic. But let me see here. Oh, I want to do give me the uncommitted over here. See what else we got. I think I was on the wrong tab. Yeah, see, here's Derrick Harmon right there. Tyler Barron entered the portal, edge from Tennessee. Again, those Louisville checks are not cashing. They are bouncing. So you see everybody leaving in Louisville. What's going on in Louisville? What's going on with Louisville? Okay. Dominic Williams, I saw that. I think it was On3 had like a crystal ball for us, but I just don't. It was like at 50% or something. I think we're out of the race with him. Let me find some more DBs here. Then I'll get to some of your comments here. So Ryan Yates from LSU's entered the portal recently. Miles Slusher's still available. Hell, maybe we bring him back. Just kidding. I don't think he wants to come back. Let's see what Ryan Yates is all about. Let me plug this in here. 6'1", 203 pounds. Only played 124 snaps this year, but plenty of eligibility left. Might have redshirted. 9 tackles. Not really much you can gain from this, but hey, I would love to bring him in. He's got tons of eligibility. You guys know that even though it's the AAU world where guys can switch teams every year now, it's nice to bring in guys with multiple years of eligibility. We need some continuity. But man, wishing Omarion Cooper the best. But guys, we live and die by the portal, just like some of these other teams are. And yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But overall, man, you can't be mad about this. Oh, Musa bringing this up. You forgot about Israel Solomon and Amir Robinson. I think Israel Solomon is one of those guys that could potentially be given a scholarship spot. If he truly is a guy that they're going to expect to be on the 2 deep this year in that DB room, I think you should give him a scholarship, right? A little bit smaller of a guy from what I remember. Let me see here. From IMG. But seems to be holding his own in all the practices this year. No, he's not small. It's not small at all. So he fits my threshold for scholarship corner, which is 6 feet. You got to be elite to be shorter than that and get a scholarship spot on my team. So he's 6 feet. So I'm willing to make an exception for Colton Hood. I think he's pretty good. Guys, I hope you know I'm only like partially joking about that. Not fully joking, definitely joking, but kind of serious. But yeah, let's give a scholarship spot to Israel Solomon. I mean, if we're gonna give one to a walk-on on offense, it's only right that they give one to somebody on defense, right? That's kind of how I feel about it. Texas would have loved to keep him. Thank you, Really Flawed. Hey, and y'all be sure to tune in to my Broncos channel, David Talks Broncos, as well as Really Flawed. We're going to meet here in an hour and a half and talk some NFL draft stuff, talk about where all these guys from Texas went, and just some overall fun NFL talk. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, but Terrence Brooks, I would imagine he's looking for a starting position somewhere, but I mean, I'm greedy. I'm greedy. Bring them all here. Let's see what else we got. Guess I'll get to some of your comments here. This won't be too long of a show. Coach Kev, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Yes, that's right. Brooks would be a good get. Okay, so we got the sign off. Rusty saying, Buffed Prime got you gassed on Pons. Honestly, I don't even know who Pons is. Who is Pons? I don't even see Pons on this transfer portal thing. What's his first name? Y'all let me know. Oh, Pons is good, but size is a problem. Ooh, you guys know I don't like short football players. Yes, K-Vizzy, exactly. It's just business. Nothing personal. It's just business. Coach Prime even said it on Saturday. Even though I thought the transfer portal window closed, like for guys to enter, guess we still saw guys enter. And Coach Prime was saying that. When does the transfer portal close? You must be in by May 1st. Yeah, this thing's way too long. This thing's way too long. I say we give them 48 hours to enter the portal. Kid from James Madison. Pons James Madison. Man, none of y'all know his first name. See that good? D'Angelo Pons. James Madison, cornerback. All right. Let me look him up on PFF. Oh man, 5'9". Yeah, no, thank you. Sorry. Sorry, man. I don't care how good you played at the G5. But man, these are damn good stats. These are damn good stats, especially for somebody who is 5'9", like size of Kevin Hart. That is that is very impressive. Just looking at this, I mean, yeah, with his coverage grade, 89.3. Yeah, clearly plays a little bit bigger than 5'9", right? But man, 5'9", guys, the first first time he gets burned by some 6'4" dude out here in the Big 12, feel like we'll never hear the end of it. But hey, why not? Why not take a chance and just see how it goes? You can't overlook that type of production. I mean, good lord, 89.3 in coverage, 82.4 in tackling, run defense 81.5. See how many tackles he had on the year. 50 tackles. That's really nice. Reception percentage 45.5. Hey, that's great. NFL passer rating 58.8. I mean, that's really nice. 3 penalties. Okay, you gotta clean that up. But damn, dude, why you gotta be 5'9", man? Why you gotta be 5'9"? Everybody's saying Pons is a dog. Pons is a dog. Okay, cool. I mean, I want dogs. I'm open to it, but I'm not going to be calling him an All American off the bat. Colton Hood is an upgrade from Cooper, y'all. I think so. From what people have said. What happens when your 6-foot corner lines up against Tyreek Hill and gets routed? Well, hey, you got a 5'9" guy that you can throw at him now, right, Lawrence? But he's saying, man, his height is no issue. Okay, guys. Man, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see, man. 5'9", 5'9". Let me see if I can find a Twitter clip of this guy or something. Pons, D'Angelo Pons. I'm trying to think like who is the guy. This is gonna be like our Javon Antonio this year, right? Okay, let me see if we got a clip to look at here. Let me see. You can't see nothing. I don't want to get a copyright stingy, so I'm trying to find some. Okay, hey, here's a nice little play. We can take a look at this one. I'm just gonna slow down the playback speed for copyright reasons, and hopefully I won't get dinged. If not, you'll see this get clipped out. But hey, I mean the 5'9". So what? I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna make a joke, but y'all might have not have liked it. So, I mean, here's the throw, App State, and I mean, here he is, man, just sticking like glue on this dude, getting a really nice interception, sending it to overtime. Okay, seems like he's got some ball skills. Look at him, number 19. But man, dude, these guys. Is there much of a height difference with these wide receivers at the G5 level, man? I really don't know. This stuff is just too funny to me. All right, we'll look at one more here live. See how good this guy is. Oh, let me cut the audio. Next level pass breakup by D'Angelo Pons. Where's he at? Number 19? Maybe he's at the top of the screen or something. Oh yeah, I think he's okay. Gets in front of him. Nice little pass breakup. Okay. Okay. Dog, elite. I got it. Here, bring in Pons, man. Bring in Pons. That might as well do it. All American. Let's do it. But hey, guys, we got 10 scholarship spots open. I'm not going to be too picky. Bring in Pons if he wants to come here. Bring in Pons. I would love it. You can't ignore those coverage stats. You cannot ignore that. I just 5'9". Some of us were 5'9" in the 5th grade. No. No, Lawrence, what I meant is that, it's just gonna be a guy that we're hyping up, and then it's just gonna disappoint. But I learned my lesson. The only person I'm calling Calvin Johnson on this team is who's wearing number 4 this year, Omarion Miller. So whoever wears number 4 every year just gets automatically dubbed as Calvin Johnson. So he's Calvin Johnson. He's our Megatron this year. Dude, Pons can hold his own. Oh man, man, we'll just have to see. Hell yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right. I want basketball players on the field. I want that 6'4" corner. Guys, if you had to choose between that 6'4" corner from Arizona or Pons, who are you choosing? I'm telling you right now, I don't even need to look at the stats. I'm going with the 6'4" corner. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Guys, sometimes, man, size does matter. But hey, maybe this is just one of those once in a lifetime situations where it's like Nate Robinson, you know, and be praying he finds a kidney donor. Man, nothing makes Al happy. Man, that's absolutely true. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like plot twist. Buffed and Brian Spawns cousin. Oh man, that's fine. Tyron Matthew was 5. What? Was 5'9"? Was Tyron Matthew really 5'9"? Damn. But he plays safety, not corner. That's different. It's totally different. But yeah, yeah. Man, you guys are hilarious. All American though, but James Madison footage. I loved just the diversity of takes here on both sides. Hilarious. Now I want to see him here just to see how it's going to pan out, right? Pons. Go get Pons. Just kind of want to repeat his name again and again. Pons. Dan, what's up? Hey, sometimes we have Husker fan Mike come in the chat, and I'm going to be doing a stream with fellow Broncos fan Cameron Parker, big Nebraska fan. We'll probably do that in the next week or two, where it's going to be like a behind the enemy lines type of thing, so I can get an idea of what's all going on at Nebraska. Did you enjoy the spring game? Did you go to the spring game? Thanks for checking in. Oh man, the takes are coming in. Guys, playing safety is a little bit different. You see 5'10", 5'11" safeties all the time at the college football level. Pac-Man was elite. Pac-Man was elite. Absolutely. Could Pons be the next elite DB? Guess we'll have to see. But man, Pons or Travis. See, this is I don't know, man. It sounds like I might need to go with Pons on this. Yeah, see Pons all day. Yeah. What the ladies tell it to you, man. Size does matter, But hey, if Pons, man, I won't say this joke. I won't say this joke. I'm gonna stop too. Don't hate on the short kings. I guess, man. It's just, oh man, this is so funny. Pons is that guy. Don't sleep, man. Man, I knew nothing about this guy. But I mean, you can't look back those coverage grades, man. But man, 5'9", 5'9", bring him on, man. But just don't be pissed off when we're starting our 6'2" corners all across the board. You know. Oh man, I love it. Brooks over Pons for show. Yeah, give me somebody who's play power four. Man, I just love I love how everybody has a side in this one. Would you say Wiggins, who just got drafted? Okay, see, this is what it's like. It's like, oh man, everybody's Aaron Donald, who's small in the defensive line. Guys, man, these are rare situations where guys can play bigger than their size. But I will say, at the G5, man, this guy clearly killed it and played above his height. So why not bring him in, man? Why not bring him in? But I'm not just going to say automatically the dude's going to be starting over our 6'2", uh, heavy corner secondary. But it sounds like he would definitely raise the floor of this room, no doubt. I'm not saying he's trash. I think you guys are saying just because I'm a little skeptical, you guys automatically, some of y'all can coincide that with, I think he's trash. No. I haven't watched this guy play at all, but damn, dude. Oh, see, this is the real one. Cormani or Pons. I'll take the guy. Oh man. Yeah. Well, I'll go with Pons on this one. I imagine that Pons would at least call his teammates, not the players. So, you know what, Rusty? Willie Gaines got a lot of flack from me with his social media stuff at the end of the season. But hey, might as well. You might as well just bring him back. We need some speed on the kickoff return. Maybe he gets his chance this year. But we got 10 scholarships we got to fill out. Agent David saying, watch the film, not the highlights. The film. All right. What'd you see on the film? Since I haven't seen the film. But I imagine it's all pretty good from what we just took a look at on PFF. Exactly. Do you guys not hear me? What's up with that? You guys literally said Pons, and I said, who's Pons? Why are you guys getting at me? Like I've seen the film. I haven't. But damn, dude, 5'9", 5'9". I'm sorry, guys. I don't like my quarterbacks 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet. I don't like them having problems seeing over our 6'8" linemen. Man, fuck that. But I gotta say, man, it was tough seeing Walter Taylor throw those Tim Tebow ducks in the dirt on Saturday. We need a new backup quarterback. Ryan Stott better not transfer out. Pons locked down 6'3" wide receiver all day. Somebody give me like a legit take. This is probably the best take. Dave, you done pissed off the 5'5" guys in the chat. Yeah, clearly. Yeah, if man, if you guys were just a few inches taller, right, you would have gone D1. That's usually like, I feel like everybody's story, that was 5'8", 5'9". I would have made it to the league. Pons is good, but most of you guys mentioning him are only doing so because y'all are being told he is elite by the guy that's breaking the film down. We all know how good he is by the team that gets him. Wonderfully put. Wonderfully put. But I mean, I think I'm on Team Pond. I want to see this thing through. I want to see him go up against Omari Miller, Will Shepard, Travis Hunter. Like, let's Let's see what he's about. Let's do it. We got a scholarship spot to see this thing through. Hit that like button. Surfer Boy, would you welcome Pons on Georgia? I need to know that. Like, that is a huge question. Dave, I got your alert late. Have we already gotten the we don't need Omarion or he's not a dog comments from this man? Y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible. Well, apparently that's what people were saying in here, that some people are already dogging him on Twitter. Nah, man, you should go and play. If he's not a starter, he was a starter here last year. You should go and play somewhere. It's your last year of football, okay? And if you're going to have a chance of making one of these pro leagues, you need film, you need snaps, you need reps, all that. Don't let anybody convince you that when you're relegated to a special teams role like Cavassier Smoke was this year, that is good for his pro prospects. That's a bunch of BS, and you need to go somewhere where you can play. Yeah, the Walter Taylor, man, that was tough, man. He looks like he needs another year. No, I wasn't all on Taylor because of height alone. He's got a good arm and can run over a ton of dudes. I mean, he's the size of a tight end. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. I like the idea of running a little bit more ground and pound type of offense with him there, throwing some jump balls. But even though, again, this is why you take the well-off stuff with a grain of salt. It's like you can see him make some pretty passes and stuff like that. But then in more of the game situations, it just, it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. Well, that's great to know. David Pons is covering 6'3", 6'4" wide receivers on an island. Well, fantastic. Let's bring him in. We got him. We got him. Go get Pond. Have we offered Pond? Have we offered Pond? Pond Island. That's what we're going to call him. We need Ponds, dude. What the fuck is up with that profile picture? All right. Surfer Boy says, Cooper played at Bama before coming to CU, right? He will find a home quickly, is my guess. I think he was at FSU. Jaquez Robinson was our Alabama player. This is all that matters, Alan Keith. This is all that matters. He said Wade was better since day one. It was obvious because I watched their film. Well, that's great. I mean, didn't Walter Taylor only have one game to play? I guess that was the same with Wade. Didn't well, I guess Walter Taylor had like part of a game, but Wade had that bowl game, and Wade looked good. I think he looked decent. I would still say Ryan Staub is ahead of both of them, though. Wouldn't you say that? Oh, man. Where's the backup Staub? Did I miss him going into the portal lately? No, still here. And I think he's got, after seeing that spring game stuff, I think he's got a pretty firm grasp on the Ryan Staub stuff, or on the backup quarterback role. Now, Lawrence Collins, you were the first one to say this. And with our need at tight end, and after what I saw, I would not be opposed to this, man. We need a tight end, but can he catch? I mean, he's 6'7", 250 pounds. Can he catch and can he block? I guess we'll figure this out, right? But hey, this Pons thing is going to be a funny thing to keep track of. That is for sure. Man, I had no idea y'all people are very opinionated on this guy. And why am I just now hearing about him? I think that's kind of funny. Let me see on Twitter what we can find on Pons. But yeah, man, bring him in, show him, have him show Travis Hunter how it's done. So sounds like, I can't, young one. What the, what what is this, man? I'm not showing any swastikas on my freaking YouTube channel. I'm not getting dinged, but you say he's the best cornerback in the country. Okay. Like, let's bring him in. Dave was doing film breakdowns first. Nah, man, I'm not in competition with Buffed in Prime. I do need to get to some of the film breakdowns, but like I was saying, I'm kind of saving some of these things for after the transfer portal has closed, just because when I was doing videos and doing the channel last summer, it was rough, man. It was tough to come up with some things to talk about throughout the week. And so I'm wanting to save some of that more towards like dead periods and things like that, because I contrary to what some of you might think, I actually do have a life outside of this, and I only have so much time I can put into this. And with a lot of the transfer portal news up right now over the last month or so, I don't have time to give you guys, the film breakdowns that, or put together the film that is, uh, up to my standard or whatever. I'm gonna save that for when I should have more time to do that over the summer without having transfer portal news break every day. But again, I'm just a keyboard coach. Peter, stop being mean. I'm out. This chat is hilarious. Oh, Dave. Read your thumbnail, initially thought it said Omarion Miller. Could he be next? Now that one would turn the super first upside down. Nah, man. I think I feel good about Omarion Miller, but again, if anything breaks, I'll come on here and talk about it. But I think he's staying. And maybe that is. Say things with supreme confidence. But yes, Colorado is falling apart. Same with Louisville. What is going on with Louisville? What's going on with Colorado? We're just going to have to see how we respond. But, ultimately things looking up. Best of luck. I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Best of luck to Omarion Cooper. I think he's a really good cornerback, and I think another school is going to be very happy to get his services for this last year. Hope he goes and just absolutely crushes it, and we'll see who we can find. I mean, let's continue to focus on the trenches. Derrick Harmon, please. I want to put the Ralphie horns on for his commitment. Derrick Harmon absolutely upgrades this defensive line, and I think that would be fantastic if he commits, and maybe we can go after another one of these highly rated DBs that are in the portal. Again, like Takario Davis, Terrence Brooks, and I mean, everybody's newest favorite buff now, D'Angelo Pons. That, it's going to be an exciting one. I hope we offer him. Oh yeah, and let's hit on this, Brady, and then I'll wrap it up. Dave, I like our high school commits finally coming in. Think tight end, inside linebacker, and cornerback were 3 needed positions too. What others do you think are the most important to address? Yeah, QB and offensive line, obviously. What else? I think I'm just going to say defensive line. You can never have too many edge rushers, so it'd be great to bring in some more edge rushers along with some interior defensive linemen. I saw, for old time's sake, I saw that Omar White took a visit to Syracuse, so that's pretty interesting. Maybe both him and Eric Brantley will will end up there. So yeah. I've been asking this the last few days, Karumi. Do haters have favorite teams other than CU? See, I wondered, where did all the trolls come before Coach Prime came to CU? That's what I've always wondered, and I've never gotten an answer from any of them. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Where were you guys before this? And then, when this whole thing comes to a close, whenever that is, what team are you guys going to go to after that? Right? It's so funny. Oh man, Coach Kev. Yeah, Seaton did have a couple real rough snaps, but again, he's gonna have his bumps this year as a true freshman. When you're a true freshman starting, and my prayer for this fan base is to not just turn on him instantly if he has some hiccups or if he gives up some sacks. He's projected to be a very good player. When you're a true freshman, you're gonna have your ups and downs. So let's support this dude. I don't want to see these guys have the fan base turn on them so emotionally, so crazy when it's like, man, just just give him some time and some patience. How about that? It's so funny. Sometimes, like, this is my theory. Of course, I can't back it up because uh, you guys don't post your age on YouTube and stuff like that. But I would imagine that most of the people that are the most critical of these 19-year-olds and whatever are like you know people who are in their like 40s, 50s, 60s that for some reason hold these kids to a much higher standard at 19 years old than they ever held themselves to as an adult. It's kind of how I feel. Um, yeah, his technique, posture, first step, and hand play was not the best. Be nice, and that's going to be up to him and Coach Holt to correct. I think Jordan Seaton's got the work ethic to do it, and I think this spring game was very helpful. And you can kind of see how things play out a little bit more in these game situations. Of course, we only get little snippets of things that happened during the scrimmages prior to this, but hopefully this is something that they've been working on and we'll see him turn the corner at some point. But ultimately, man, real excited for Jordan Seaton. All right, guys, I'm ending this thing. Be sure to tune over to Really Flawed's channel later today here at 3 p.m. Mountain for our NFL draft talk. Greatly appreciate everybody coming in. Hashtag Pons Gang. Hashtag Pons. I don't know. We need a saying for it, right? Pons crew. I want to see Pons here. I want to see this whole thing shake out. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. Smash that like on the way out. Let's go Buffs.